Okay, I was originally going to talk about my thoughts on, like, dark, gritty remakes and all that kind of stuff and how that's usually a red flag, but I couldn't really figure out how to word that properly and how to say it without making it seem like I'm a pretentious asshole. Although, at times I can be a bit of a pretentious asshole. Just watch Hipster Ninja reviews anytime. But, I think I found something. I can talk about today. Hey guys, KiraKennedy here with day 20 in my vlog every day in April challenge. Happy 420 to those of you who blazed up today. Or who blaze up every day, I guess. I don't know, I'm not much into that kind of thing. But anyways, I was actually, because I was having a lot of trouble thinking about what I want to talk about, because the topic I mentioned in the intro was giving me so much trouble. I actually sat down and talked with Faceless Critic, and he suggested something about, I talk about kind of the origins of the Hipster Ninja, which, I guess, yeah. Now there are actually two different ones. There's the in-universe explanation I like to use, in-review universe explanation, and then there's the actual origins. The review-universe explanation's kind of just, I was at Con Bravo 2012 and I stole a sonic screwdriver from Dr. Insano. I even got Spoonie's permission, because he was, that was the last Con Bravo he went to. Like, I'd even gotten Spoonie's permission to use that story. But I decided against it at the last minute because I didn't want it to seem like I was riding on another producer's coattails. Although, I'm sure he really wouldn't have had much of a problem with it since I'd asked. But the actual origin, again, kind of starts in my second year of college. Second year studying radio, I should say. Because like I'd said a couple days ago, that was kind of where I discovered Channel Awesome, and about 3 months before I graduated and before I'd started my internship, I kind of started throwing around ideas for a web show I could do in addition to, at the time, Beast Wars Abridged and the Digimon Abridged series I'd originally, the Digimon Abridged reboot I'd originally wanted to do with some of my classmates. That's actually one of the few abridged videos I have that's still available on my channel. It hasn't been taken down yet. So the original idea I'd actually wanted to do was a show consisting of nothing but top nines. I'd even had a script written out for what was going to be my first episode, which was top 9 worst things to happen in pro wrestling. You can imagine, as a wrestling fan, a lot of those things involved Vince Russo. But about a month after I graduated, I kind of had this idea to start doing a review show based on reviews and adaptations. The funny thing is, the original movie I was going to start with was actually DOA Dead or Alive, which was ironically the first full review I posted onto the first full movie review I posted on the Peanut Butter Disaster after I'd been picked up by them. Ironically, that script did not involve Jake and Trev dressing up as a producer and Hulk Hogan respectively, though it did involve a joke in a similar fashion to that. So I kind of threw around the idea. I'd managed, this was before I had proper DVD capture equipment, so I'd actually managed to find a full-length version of DOA on YouTube. It wasn't going to be the best quality, but it was something to work with. And then I kind of took a couple months to write the first script, but I had no idea how I was going to present it, because at that point I thought, I don't think it's gonna do as well if I'm just dressed in regular clothes. So, ironically, and this is how the actual Hipster Ninja costume came about, I had a pair of 3D glasses with the lenses punched out, and I had one of those headbands from Naruto, and I just put them together. It's like, well, this looks stupid, let's go with that. That is literally the reason. It looked so stupid, I thought, hey, at least people are going to have something to laugh at. And it wasn't until Con Bravo that year, though the very first year I'd gone to Con Bravo, where I'd gotten the idea, ironically from another video producer who takes part in the Vlog Every Day in April thing, Dr. Holocaust. Yes, the name is a little sketchy. He's, needless to say, every convention he goes to, he has at least one person who gives him crap for that. Although, as I found out last year, he's able to handle those people very well. But needless to say, he gave me the idea to kind of put duct tape over the logo, just to kind of differentiate myself. The original idea was going to be, if anyone ever asked, I was going to say, oh yeah, I'm from the village hidden in obscurity, you've probably never heard of it. Just really kind of hammering home that whole hipster idea. But yeah, it's pretty much kind of the extent of it. I'd wanted to make my own video review series. After going to Con Bravo, that kind of gave me the fire I needed to get it done. And ironically, the only reason I didn't, why DOA Dead or Alive didn't wind up being the first review I ever posted, and I wound up going with Twilight, was because there was. I was talking to this one guy while I was waiting in line for the dealer's room to open up at Con Bravo 2012. I think it was Sonic MTD, formerly of Blue in the Face Reviews. I think I was talking to him about it, and he told me maybe it wasn't a good idea to start with DOA Dead or Alive because I was just starting out, and I would probably wind up ripping off a lot of Spoonie's jokes from his DOA review wholesale. So I wound up going with what was going to be my second episode, Twilight. And yeah, Twilight's been one of those series very easy to make fun of, although admittedly, my Breaking Dawn Part 2 review is probably my least favorite review I've ever produced. It's probably the worst review I've ever produced, because I was kind of angry at that point, and at that point, I'd kind of used my review. I was kind of the worst of those angry YouTube critics, I guess. Angry YouTube reviewers, if you want to say it, but because I'd used those reviews as a way to kind of vent out my frustrations. I found out shortly after that a punching bag tends to work better. I'd also like to point out that review came out at a point where this actually came out 2 months. I'd actually put out that review about 2 months before I'd left my internship. The same one where they were making fun of me a lot, and where I was forcing myself to go in. But another aspect of the show, the costume that changes every season. Not gonna lie, the explanation I wound up giving in my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy crossover with Jake Salvage, who you can check out on peanutbutterdisaster.com right now, the whole reverse regeneration thing, where instead of everything but my clothes changing, it's just my clothes that change. That was literally something I'd kind of come up with like 10 seconds into scripting the episode. It's like, okay, how am I going to explain the fact that my costume changed? Because it's happened before where just in January my costumes the costume I wear just suddenly changes. Like I'm wearing a different color shirt, or my headbands changed, or my ties changed. And I'd never really come up with an explanation for that. And it was just like, well, what if it's like Doctor Who, where I get into a situation where I'm critically hurt and I just need to change in order to fix everything? And the funny thing, the funny thing about it's right now it's the current costume I wear, but I'm probably going to be changing it at the beginning of next season. The Akatsuki jacket, that was originally going to be part of the first outfit, the first Hipster Ninja outfit, because I bought that at Con Bravo 2012, and everything I bought there was just kind of something I was going to be including in the actual costume. I can't remember why I didn't wind up going with it for seasons 1 and 2, but I don't know. Now it's kind of one of those things, like, I have an idea of what I want to do for the season 4 costume, but it's very hard finding what I need for that in my size. I don't want to say what it is, because I feel like, the surprise will be there, and it's gonna be one of those things that's gonna make, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's one of those things. It's gonna take a second, but I think you'll get why I chose what I chose. Or I might have to actually do a separate vlog completely explaining it, but I'm hoping you'll get it. Anyways, this video is already getting on the long side, so if you guys would like to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at KiraKennedyHNR, Tumblr at KiraKennedyHNR.tumblr.com, and of course you can always check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/KiraKennedyReviews. And as always, if you'd like to check out any of my past work, my Let's Plays, my stream archives, even my reviews, you can do so at peanutbutterdisaster.com. So until tomorrow, I'm Kira Kennedy, and hopefully I'll have something to talk about tomorrow, because this vlogging everyday thing is getting kind of hard now at the end, because I'm running out of things to talk about. But also, see you tomorrow.
Peanut butter disaster.